Welcome to NFT Nation, the most relatable and reliable NFT and crypto podcast in the nation. I'm your host, Michael Wheeler, here with my co-host, Alex Ferguson.
What's going on, guys?
And in today's episode, we're going to be covering what the proof of stake model is and how you can easily stake your crypto. And before we start, here's how the crypto market has done this past week. At first we have Bitcoin up around 2%. We have Ethereum up around 4%. We have Binance Coin up around 13%. We have Cardano up around 17%. And we have Solana up around 3%. So all in all, a pretty good week for the crypto market. It's kind of good to see some green candles going up.
Green is always good.
Yeah, exactly. Especially in the past weeks when we haven't seen the best market. It's always good to see a little bit of green here and there.
So pretty much this episode, I don't know much about. Wheeler knows a lot more about this. So pretty much I'll just be answering or asking most of the questions and just trying to get a better understanding of it.
Yeah, so that's what we're here to do. We're here just to explain many different topics. So just to kind of hop into the topic, you have to, before you understand what proof of stake is, you have to understand what problem proof of stake is trying to solve. So pretty much blockchains need to be taken care of either by the basics, which is crypto mining, which the Bitcoin blockchain uses. And if you don't understand fully what crypto mining is, go into our episode lists and go to episode 6. We covered what exactly crypto mining is. It's really a basic understanding for anyone that's having trouble understanding the whole crypto market. But so pretty much for blockchains to be scalable, they need to be fast, and this is what proof of stake is here to do. Because since proof of work, aka mining, takes a lot longer to compute, it is very slow when compared to staking, which you will learn why proof of staking is exactly faster. And so also you have to understand that proof of staking, in my opinion and in the majority of the crypto market's opinion, is much better than proof of work for many different reasons, and we're going to get in that in a bit. But proof of stake is much better than proof of work, aka mining, for many different reasons. So there's a whole section we have that we're going to go over why exactly staking is better. But and also you have to understand that everyone can get into staking. In no matter how much crypto you have in your wallet, no matter how long you've been in the crypto market, almost anyone can get into staking, which is really good to see.
So I had a question. So you said it was a lot better and more safer, right?
Yes.
So if it's so much safer, is there kind of a plus or a minus to using it, or does everyone use it, or is it kind of like some people use it?
So it all depends on the cryptocurrency blockchain. Bitcoin is always going to be proof of work because they can't change it. But for other platforms like Solana or Cardano, they use proof of stake models in their transactions. You can't mine Cardano, you can't mine Solana. You use the crypto, they use proof of stake, which is different than proof of work. And I think it's much safer because we'll get into that, what exactly why it's safer. But just to kind of give a broad definition, it's safer because more people are involved, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So here's kind of my main reason why proof of stake is better than mining, because it uses less energy since you put your coins onto the network instead of having to solve a bunch of complicated problems with a bunch of resources that are constantly sucking in power. And staking is much more eco-friendly. Governments and people that care a lot about carbon footprint of crypto would be much happier with staking than using miners or in Bitcoin miners, because they don't have to constantly be plugged in and constantly sucking in power and energy. And it also costs a lot. Not only is it bad for the environment, it also costs a lot to run the miners. And also there's a much lower barrier to entry with staking due to the fact that almost anyone that has a crypto wallet that uses the proof of stake algorithm can stake their crypto with ease. And many crypto exchanges make it very easy for individuals to stake their crypto, especially like I'll get into this as we go down. But I personally use the Exodus wallet, and it's very easy for me to stake my Solana and my Cardano. And because obviously everyone wants to make a profit in return on their crypto, it's a very easy thing to get into for the average consumer.
So when you're staking your crypto, do you kind of have to go through like a third party, or is it is it
so
a lot easier than that?
I do want to get into that, exactly how you can get into staking. That's kind of more that's what we're going to cover in a few minutes. But I think the listeners at home first need to understand what exactly staking crypto is. So here's a basic definition. And staking is the process of actively participating in transaction validation, similar to mining, on a proof of stake blockchain. On these blockchains, anyone with a minimum required balance of a specific cryptocurrency can validate transactions and earn staking rewards. So just like I was saying, how anyone can join, you can always add your coins to the network for if you have a minimum amount. And also staking, it's like you're giving your coins to a network to uphold the network and confirm transactions. So pretty much if you believe in the network and you want to help out the network do more computations and pretty much just be faster, you can stake your crypto with that blockchain. And also stake pools are really similar to miners, where they complete transactions onto the blockchain. And we also are going to give a definition of what stake pools are, but pretty much it's kind of just like a group of people that are staking together. And another reason why proof of stake is much more secure than mining is because stake pools are very similar to miners, or sorry, if stake pools do not complete verified transactions, their crypto that they're staking is taken away. So pretty much it's kind of like the punishment for not holding up the stake reward or the stake and the blockchain correctly is they take away their crypto that they have staked. So if they complete an illegitimate transaction, they can lose their stake, and that's pretty much how the network is truthful. It's because everyone wants to pretty much uphold the blockchain so they're able to get a stake reward instead of having to lose their crypto that they have staked.
So you said, you send your coin out to the network and not another person, right?
So there's two different ways. You can personally sign up for a staking pool via a third party, which is more a complicated way, but you can probably make a better return from going into the individual route. But how the majority of people do it, just because it's easier, is they go to their Coinbase wallet or their Crypto.com wallet or their Exodus wallet, in my case, and pretty much just go to the coin they want to stake and pretty much just click stake rewards, and the exchange will do that for you, which is really easy, and which is the easiest thing to do, in my opinion. Yeah. So pretty much how staking works is when the minimum balance of a crypto is met, the node is pretty much just it's similar to a miner, but it's only just it's kind of just a network. It's not physically mining anything, it's not physically doing any computations, it's just a central point for all these coins to go, if that makes sense. So once a node gets your crypto and gets the entire stake pool's cryptocurrency, they're able to pretty much just kind of maintain the blockchain kind of by itself, if that makes sense. It's very similar to a security deposit. If you ever put money in the bank, that's pretty much what you're doing with a stake pool, is you're putting your money in and you're hoping it grows in value, because you're helping the node, which is similar to a bank. When you give your bank money, they're using your money even though you might not think they are. That's kind of similar how a crypto staking node works. And the size of the stake the amount of coins a stake pool has is directly proportional to the chances of a node, or a node being chosen to forge a new block in the blockchain, which is really important to join like a really big stake pool, so you're able to continuously get a reward, because since the larger the stake pool, they're easier. There's a simple reason, like they're more likely to get chosen, and once they do create the block on the blockchain, that's when they get the reward, and that's when you get a return on your stake. So, do you have any other questions to ask, Alex?
So, do any kind of like crypto coins use this? Or is it just sort of like personal thing?
Pretty much, I think that every new blockchain is going to start using proof of stake, because there's huge players like Solana uses proof of stake. Ethereum 2.0 will use proof of stake, and Cardano uses proof of stake. There's a bunch. I have a whole list at the bottom, but so pretty much proof of stake is much faster and it requires a lot less energy. That's why many blockchains are transferring to proof of stake, because it doesn't require as much work from the community, and it's honestly a lot simpler. And it's honestly better for the community as a whole, because it's a lower barrier to entry. Almost anyone can join a stake pool, and anyone can pretty much make a reward from their staked crypto, which is really good to see, because a lot of crypto and Bitcoin miners, like the proof of work, they cost a lot of money just to maintain and even like start doing. If that makes sense.
Yeah. So proof of stake is pretty much how Solana and Ethereum 2.0 are going to be so quick at their transactions.
Exactly.
Okay.
Like if you have ever purchased Solana or like Cardano, you have understood that it is so much faster compared to Bitcoin, because with proof of stake, they are able to compute many more transactions like per second than proof of work, because it doesn't require like all the machinery.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. So and do you have any other questions you want to ask before we move on?
Nope, you can keep going.
Okay, so pretty much the validators that are on top of the nodes that pretty much run the stake pool, they are kind of like, you could say they're kind of like like a fantasy football manager, if that makes sense. Like they're the ones that control the team. They're the ones that make sure everything like gets verified, if that makes sense. And they're the ones pretty much punished if it doesn't go right, if that makes sense. Like if you put your crypto into a stake pool and the validator like doesn't do a good job, like isn't like up at telling the truth on the blockchain, that's the one risky part, is that you can lose your stake, if that makes sense, because of another person's pretty much bad decisions, if that makes sense to you.
Yeah.
So you kind of do have to put your trust into another person, especially that's why some people do not stake their crypto, but especially with huge companies like Coinbase and Crypto.com and Exodus, they're really not trying to take your money, because they have such a huge amount of people that are doing this. So I think since staking is becoming more popular and more understandable, it's just kind of like a better, more safer thing to do as time goes on.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
So validators are actual people?
Yes, so they are actual people and they're not. So the validators, there are like people that run the stake pools. So yes, you could call that a validator, but pretty much the validator is the stake pool, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
There's people that run the stake pool, but the stake pool is the validator. So they're pretty much like those people. Physical humans are actually the validators, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's more than one type of staking which you can personally do. There's obviously the normal type of staking that we just explained, but also there's something called cold staking, which is when you stake your crypto or coins that are stored offline, typically in a hardware wallet. If anyone's seen a hardware wallet, it's pretty much just like a USB drive that or something similar that holds your crypto, and pretty much people will stake their crypto that's in the cold wallet, so they don't have to deal with it even more, so it's even more secure than it already is. And obviously cold staking is pretty much done for security reasons, because hardware wallets are much more secure and harder to hack than web-based wallets. Like if you have a wallet on Coinbase.com, that's called a hot wallet, which is like connected to the internet compared to a cold wallet. So do you have any more questions?
Nope, I'm pretty good on that.
Okay, so to kind of give our listeners a better understanding of what staking is, here's some examples of blockchains that use the proof of staking algorithm. And so probably the biggest one on the list is Ethereum 2.0, which will pretty much consist of like 100% proof of stake blockchain. It has not come out yet, but I'm telling you, once Ethereum 2.0 comes out, almost every single other blockchain will switch to proof of stake as quick as possible, because they'll be able to see firsthand how quick the Ethereum network will work and how low gas fees will be. And also, you have like the kind of like number 2 largest proof of stake blockchain, which is Solana. That is very, very fast. I think they can do almost like 70,000 transactions a second, which is almost quicker than Visa and MasterCard, which is crazy to see. But also Cardano, Terra, which is the Terra Luna blockchain, and Polkadot all use the proof of stake. Yeah.
So those are kind of just the main ones, or do it?
Yeah,
like...
I could probably find a list of like 20.
Oh, okay.
But I just kind of the one that I really like. I obviously could go right now and name all the proof of stake blockchains, but I kind of just wanted to give like the main ones.
Okay.
Yeah. So many listeners at home are probably asking themselves, why would I even want to stake my crypto? What's the point? Like, all I've heard is that if this person isn't trustworthy, I can lose my money. So here's the point. Here's the main advantages of staking your crypto is you can generate passive income. You receive a reward every 30 days that you stake your crypto. Like, if I pulled up my Exodus wallet that I currently have staking my Solana, you will see that I have earned X amount of Solana in the past 30 days. And once I reach a certain amount, I can actually take my stake out. But the thing is, since I want to keep my stake in the network and have it build on top of each other, I'm not taking my Solana out currently, if that makes sense.
So you have to wait, or can you take it out like every day?
It depends on blockchain to blockchain, but for something like Solana, which is really easy to explain, the lockup period for your stake is at least 30 days.
Okay, so you have to wait that 30 days to withdraw the profit that you made from staking.
And you can unstake your Solana if you're like too scared about something, but the thing is, you won't make a reward, so there's really no reason to do so. You kind of have to like hold it out. Like, if you want to get everything out as soon as possible, you can, but you have to pretty much wait a while for it. And also, another thing about staking or staking rewards is that sometimes the networks will have, you can't withdraw your earnings until you reach a certain amount. Like, I cannot, especially for Cardano, you're not allowed to remove your like profit from staking until you reach, I think, 2 Cardano. So about like $4, which really isn't that crazy, but it really depends. So like, you kind of have to wait until you build up to a certain amount of money, then you can withdraw.
So is it like you can only stake in 30-day periods, or is it like a whole year thing, or is it forever if you wanted to?
There's no time limit on staking. Like, me currently, like, when you stake your crypto, you don't like pick a time how long you want to do it. You kind of just leave it there, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, you kind of just wait, and then every 30 days you'll get a reward, if that makes sense.
Okay.
And also, to be kind of transparent, you have to understand, or viewers should understand, what are the cons of staking your crypto. And obviously the biggest con is expected profit can fall if the coin tanks. Like, if Solana, like, say my reward for staking my Solana is 1 Solana, which is pretty out of the, like, I would be so happy if that was my stake reward, but it currently isn't. But say your profit on 30 days, or your expected reward in 30 days is 1 Solana, and Solana tanks to like $10. Instead of receiving 150 worth of Solana, you're now getting 10, if that makes sense. Like, you can, people don't like it because they won't be able to, like, the price isn't stable enough, if that makes sense. Like, they don't want to have their coins fall in value as they're being staked. Like, they don't want to lose money and not be able to sell or anything. But
yeah,
you kind of just take it with, I mean, if you have Solana and you don't stake it and it falls in value, it's going to fall in value whether you have your crypto staked or not. So you might as well stake it, if that makes sense.
okay, yeah.
Unless you're looking to actively sell, which I am not. So I'm like, okay, I'm in here for the long haul. I will keep my Solana staked, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And also, you have to lock your coins up. Obviously, some people don't like that because they're actively trading crypto, which I do not. I do not advise actively day trading cryptocurrency. It's a very easy way to lose money, especially with how volatile the market is. And a great example of this would be the Squid Game token. It went all the way down to zero. A lot of people tried to day trade that, and a lot of people lost money. You kind of just have to be careful day trading crypto. But you can't trade or move your coins while they're being staked, which people don't like. But I'm not looking to sell anytime soon, so that's pretty much my just personal take on it.
Okay.
So pretty much a lot of the biggest question besides like why I would want to stake is how. Like, how can our viewers like go do today, and like by the time this podcast is done, they're already staking their crypto. So pretty much if you own a cryptocurrency on an exchange like Coinbase or Exodus that has the ability to stake your crypto for you, you pretty much just go to that cryptocurrency that you own, like Solana or Cardano, and choose like the stake feature. Many companies or many exchanges have this stake feature. It makes it really easy, especially in my point of view. I staked my Exodus and it maybe took me 10 seconds. All I did was go to my Solana, click stake, choose like the amount I wanted to have like in the stake pool, and then it just instantly starts staking my crypto, if that makes sense.
Sounds pretty easy.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I believe that Ethereum 2.0 has a lot of value in the future, is because staking. It's so easy for everyone to stake, and the more people stake, the faster and better the network and everything can do. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So just kind of, a lot of people ask like, how much money can I expect to make passively through crypto staking? And pretty much, crypto staking is becoming more and more popular, with many users describing it as profitable. It's like a lot of people are saying that it's as profitable as mining. However, unlike mining, it does not come with a significant overhead and electricity cost. Like we mentioned earlier, you don't have to buy a miner. You don't have to pay the electricity bill to stake your crypto. It's very easy for the average consumer to do it. And the amount you earn when staking depends on multiple factors, such as the reward your stake pool gets for minting a block, the amount of supply that's in your stake pool, and obviously the size, how many people are in the stake pool, and whatever the highest possible reward is, like among many other factors. So pretty much I obviously can't like give you 100% definition of you will make this much in a month, you will make this much in 2 weeks, you know what I mean? So you kind of just have to play it by ear. I know that I currently stake my Solana, and I'm making about a 6% return, and I'm staking my Cardano as well, and that's about a 5.5% return, which I'm enjoying, because not only do you get the stake reward, which is pretty much more crypto, you also get rewarded from, if your coin goes up in value, you also like still get that pretty much just like gain, if that makes sense.
No.
And generally, the longer you hold your stake, the higher the payout will be, because obviously you get paid, if you get paid out every 30 days and you wait 60, it's going to be more than 30. It's kind of simple, but I just wanted everyone to know that. And also, however, like when you're thinking about staking in crypto, there's a lot of stuff that can be like scammy. Like some cryptocurrencies be like, hey, we'll give you 100% return, like if you stake our crypto, and then their cryptocurrency falls to zero and you don't make any money, if that makes sense. So you kind of just have to realize like what actual blockchain is helpful, and what do I think that like will have like a need and a reason and like a future for my stake, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Is there any questions you want me to answer before we kind of head out?
Yeah. So after you kind of get your reward from staking after that 30 days, could you immediately stake that again?
Yes. So, in my personal experience, once you get your stake reward, it's instantly once you withdraw, it goes to your wallet, and then you instantly can stake your entire wallet again. So you can keep adding on to your stake, and then eventually your reward becomes greater and greater because the more you stake.
Infinite money glitch.
I guess you could call it, but yeah. Honestly, if you have the right amount of tokens, shit, infinite money. And also, I like obviously that's like a joke. Don't leverage your entire life on staking. You're not guaranteed to make anything, but I did see that with Cardano, there's a huge stake pool that they may have like 2 billion Cardano. I think I may have seen, and it's crazy. Like this stake pool's massive, and apparently, what they do every time they get a stake reward is they instantly sell all the Cardano they earned, and that's many reasons why the Cardano price will fall. Like once the stake rewards are given, is because a lot of people instantly sell what they've made from staking just to like instantly make a profit instead of holding on to the crypto, which is really just, it's everyone's different opinion. Everyone has a different, I mean, some people may need the money, some people may not. It all depends on what your personal opinions are. Yeah. Is there anything else?
Nope. Pretty much made me understand staking a lot more.
Yeah. So, like, just to give a conclusion to the listeners that's stuck with us throughout this entire episode, pretty much staking is a great way to earn passive income while holding your crypto. While staking your crypto, you are able to support the network in a positive way, besides just buying the token or coin. And there are a few drawbacks to staking, but all in all, obviously this is not financial advice, but I believe staking is probably the best thing someone that's holding crypto can do. So yeah, if any of the listeners have any more questions about staking, feel free to send us a DM on Instagram. It's at NFT_nation_podcast. Give us a follow on there. We would be much appreciated. Share this episode with your friends. That would be sick, since we do not personally run ads. We don't run any promotions for this podcast, so we're pretty much all word of mouth, which would really help. And we also have a website if you want to check that out. It should be on WordPress. Just type in NFT Nation. The website should be there. And also there's a thing where you can if you want to support us like personally, it's similar to Patreon. It's in our anchor.fm website. You can support us there. But yeah, Alex, do you want to say anything before we head out?
No, that helps a lot with staking. I'll definitely look into it.
Yeah, I will always say just stake your crypto if you're not looking to sell it anytime soon, and we'll see everyone later. Have a good one.
Thanks for listening.